I've always been a fan of thin crashes. I really am excited just to even play the first crash and just feel that connect, just go through it and you go, I feel good about that. Without hitting it, I actually want to know if it's thin. So I always do this. I kind of curve it because that's the thing that excites me when something is like really easy to bend. That's the first thing I do because then I know that it's really easy to like feel like I'm going to go through that really well with my stick. Then I just kind of start bowing it. I don't actually just go, what? I actually bow with the shoulder of my stick. Bloody beautiful, isn't it? This kind of cymbal is something I would definitely use because there's not a lot of overtones. So you can really crash into this and also ride into this just by knowing that there isn't any harmonics. Harmonics is something I don't like a lot of, and this doesn't have that. And I love the fact that it just decays really, really quick. And the other thing I will do is use the bell because I don't like using crashes as just crashes. I like to use them for sometimes as rides. I've used things like 16-inch crashes, 17-inch crashes as rides. It's those little intricate sounds that really kind of make that track. So hearing wash with that nice bright bell, it really works well. So it's nice to know that it is a very, very quick sounding cymbal for a 22-inch. Let's start with going outwards and then in. So 19 is my favorite crash as my main crash. And I tend to use a various amount of 19s depending on what gig I'm doing. I'm hoping as a paper thin that this is something that is right in between, because I can have like the best of both worlds where I can actually just take one cymbal and just use this for a Josh Groban ballad kind of stadium tour and a Shaka Khan kind of funky kind of thing, Let me try the 19. Yes, is all I'm going to say. Yes. Just playing that ride sound. It makes you want to ride. And you can wash. And they are doing what I would hear in more like an A custom effects, where they're more designed for just like quick. But now that you're getting it without any holes being put in, and any clusters, like massive clusters being put into the cymbal, you're getting it from the thinness. I'm going to go to the 18 now, and let's see what happens from here. Also a yes, but it is what it is. Like, I know that's going to sound like an 18. And it feels like an 18. But the best thing about this 18, for some reason, it feels nice once I go through it. Like, that's something I would use as a washy crash. Surprisingly, on the right side, I'd be just like, because you want that feeling, and then you hear this wah, 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 wah. So you can really make some good little crashable accents with this sort of cymbal. So with that, we're going into 20-inch. Let's try this one. I love the 20 as well. So for me personally, the 20 is pretty much like the 19. And if you like bigger cymbals, go for the 20. I think the 19 is it's a nice scope for me to have it on my left side as the crash. This, I wouldn't even hate having it on the right. So leading into this, the 21-inch, I think this is more of a crash ridey kind of thing. Let's have a listen to this, and I'm going to start by riding this first. This one here really surprised me. There's a really interesting harmonic on the bell. For some reason, it's like a wider sounding bell. But also crashing it, there's no overtones. It's really clean. One thing you notice about all these amazing paper-thin crashes are they feel good through the stick. The relationship you have with the drum set and the cymbals is so important. You're the in-between. So like having that relationship with the drum sets, the actual drums and the cymbals, and you connect with them both, you're bringing this relationship together. And I think this cymbal is doing this to me. When myself and Aaron Spears, we actually went to the factory in November last year. We were actually just suggesting about having thinner cymbals, and we never realized that it would be a line eventually. It's not just myself and Aaron that had the input. We also had other artists that had valuable input. And I think that's the great thing about Zildjian is that they listen. I'd always suggest things that will be thinner, and we want to be able to have this out to the public, and it's not just accessible for the artists only. So I'm really glad and proud that Zildjian have allowed to hear our voices, to have this developed into an actual product of line. After listening to all of these, I want to take these to my drum set. I really want to start with the biggest crash on my right side and the left side, the smaller crash. So I'm going from the 19 on my left side, and on my right side, I'm going to use the 22. So I'm going to be riding with it. I'm going to be cymbal swelling with it. A lot of control with the dynamics with this. So I'm going to see what I can do to utilize the most out of these two cymbals. I'm really excited with that. I'm going to take these two right over to my drum set.